This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code of a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know is good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead. We grow and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Darryl. What up,
yes,
my
sir.
boy?
What's happening, bro? How you feeling, man? Struggling a little bit, but we gonna make it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, we're gonna welcome everybody into the show this evening, this Friday evening. We want to welcome y'all into the show. Hey, y'all check us out on our platforms, Man Talk 133, everywhere, including iHeartRadio. Yeah, we're on iHeart too, y'all. We're on YouTube, Man Talk 133, Instagram, Man Talk 133, mantalk133.com, Facebook, us talking. So listen, bro.
Yeah.
Got a subject tonight, Doc, that hope won't make folk mad with it.
Okay. Rock
Because
with it.
you know, Valentine's Day. It's not what you think. It's not what you think, dog. It ain't what people really think it is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we're gonna jump into it, Doc.
Okay. Bet.
But this version ain't gonna have no roses, no teddy bears, and no chocolate. Tonight, Man Talk 133 is asking a deeper question. What if Valentine's Day ain't really what you think it is, bro? After all these years, after all this money you done spent, what if you find out would you want your money back, bro? Like, you know,
I want my money back.
I want
all of it.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, so check this out. These are some questions we're gonna be asking tonight, yo.
Okay, bet.
Where did it really come from? Is it biblical? Is it romantic? Or is it just something that got rebranded over time? You know how people take stuff and they rebrand it when it don't be good the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They take it and rebrand it, and it be the same old sorry food just on a different wrapper. So that's kind of what this is.
Okay.
I hate to bust the full bubble, but bro, when I do the research, it come back how it come back.
Hey, it's what it is, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it, Doc.
All right.
Most people believe Valentine's Day is about love. They think it started with a saint, a Christian mortal named Valentine. That's how it's Saint Valentine's, right? That's what they think. There were actually multiple men named Valentine in the 3rd century. I'm just giving a little history lesson, the stuff that I researched.
Okay.
One was a Roman emperor banned. One story says a Roman emperor banned marriages for soldiers, and Valentine's Day secretly married couples. He was eventually he was executed.
Okay.
Do that sound romantic? Not at all, right?
Not at all.
But this way I get interested in that, y'all. Before Saint Valentine, it was a festival called Lupercalia.
Okay.
So in ancient Rome, around February 13th through the 15th, they celebrated Lupercalia. Now, Lupercalia was it's a festival. It's a festival what it involved. It was basically a fertility festival where it involved animal sacrifices, rituals for fertility, men running through streets striking women with strips of animal hide, which believed to increase fertility. Does that sound so far? Does that sound like romantic in any kind of way to you? Not at all, right? All right, so
No, not at all. No.
But think about this though. This is what we celebrate on Saturday. You know, the parties, you know, the balls, you know, the whatever they do, the big dinners. That's what this is based on. So as we keep going on later into this tonight, we're gonna see who rebranded it, how he rebranded it, and then how is where it is right now. So it was when Christmas began spreading, the leaders didn't just eliminate pagan festivals, they just rebranded it. That's where Saint Valentine's entered into the picture. That's where he comes in at. So now we're gonna go on down, Doc. We're gonna go on down just a little bit more, because this is where, and I think I may ask you this all fast. I'm gonna ask you again. Give me your definition of what you think after hearing that. What is what do you think Valentine's Day? What is your definition of it?
Well, of course, we were taught. We were taught that it was love. All through school. So a lot of people gonna look at that is what it is. Like I say, I guess even me, even though I know it's more to the story. Yeah.
And so let me go, because I did so much research. I got like 2 pages of just stuff.
Okay.
So y'all bear with me as I go back and forth. And so I was talking about the Lupercalia, the fertility and the blood and ritual, which happened in mid-February, and all this other stuff that they did, right? So it wasn't about covenant love. It was about fertility rituals and sensual energy. The scripture says, lean not the way of the heathen. Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. So the early church, what they did was they didn't erase Lupercalia, they renamed it, they rebranded. So this dude here in 496 AD, Pope, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Gellius. He rebranded it as Saint Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So this whole thing, it wasn't about romance. It wasn't about no cultural replacement. It was about cultural replacement. It wasn't about romance at all. So here go the question that we got to ask people.
Go ahead
and
shoot it to them.
If something starts in a pagan ritual, does renaming it sanctify it? Or does it just make it easier for you to accept?
I go with that one. It'll make it easy to accept. That's what that is.
So you think about all these years, because I never did a dive on Valentine's Day or nothing like that. So you think about all these years, people really thought it was about love, about a little dude in a pamper with a bow and arrow, shooting folk with.
Boy, you wild. You right. We said little dude with a pamper. Yeah, you right though. That's what we were taught. You know, hey, all through school, you know, you got to bring your little Valentine's Day candy, your little gift cards or little cards or whatever, or either just write a little note. You know, so we were always taught that. Cupid,
yeah. Taught Cupid was the one that spread love. You get hit by his bow and arrow, your eyes automatically turn into the shape of hearts. And y'all fall madly in love and do all this, you know, that's what we were taught. So the scripture warns us, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Ephesians 5 and verse 11. Now, are we celebrating love or participating in something we never examined?
Yeah, bro.
We never examined it, bro.
Yeah, we definitely participate in something we never examined. With, you know, with the information, the research that you got on your end.
Yeah,
most definitely.
So let's move forward a little bit more, dog. By the 1300s, this guy named Jeffrey Chancer romanticized the date. He's the one that's, if y'all want to be mad at somebody, don't be mad at man talking to him. Be mad at this dude, Jeffrey. He the one duped y'all years and years and years in the 1300s. So for fast forward to today, dude, it's a $1 billion industry. From candies, flowers, and jewelry. It's $1 million. And you know what's the sad part about it is that these jewelry ads do these ads, manipulate men with guilt to make them feel like, hey, you should get, if you don't get this type of ring or this size ring, man, they ain't gonna be good for you. She ain't gonna really like. So what they do, max their credit cards out getting it.
It's pretty much everything too, man. You know, if you don't get the, you know, you don't get the dozen of roses or the biggest box of candy, you know, or whatever, you know, like you said, you know, so it's almost like it's competitive out there, you know.
Very competitive.
With all this stuff like that, Because like you said, like you just said, you know, you looking at they kind of making you, you know what I'm saying?
You went out, but you said they kind of do what now?
It's kind of competitive. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Like, you know, even with, like you said, the type of rings that you even, like you saying, the jewelry companies try to, you know, display, you know, to make you feel guilty, you know, like people that's getting rings.
Yeah. You know what they say? If you don't spend enough, you don't love enough. Like you ain't spending at least $2,000-3,000, or you ain't, you know, getting them a new car with the red bow on it. If you ain't getting 4-5 dozens of roses and the balloons that you can't even put in the car, they hanging out the sunroof because you can't fit in there with you. If you ain't got all if some guys and girls, it's some guys that act like this too. So y'all ain't excluded. But think about it. If they don't get a certain amount of roses or get them sent to their job or whatever, somebody better not come home empty-handed.
That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. Like people have gotten so materialistic like that, man. This wild, man. You could take that money and do something else with it.
Yes, but you know that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we're in a materialistic society, and they want these things to put on Instagram and stuff like that. But the scripture said that y'all acting like that. For the love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. I didn't say it. So we're getting ready to go to a break, but I'm gonna put this out there and then you can answer on the other side. Is Valentine's Day about love, or is it about revenue? We'll be right back after the break, y'all.
Stats tell that each day, 22 veterans commit suicide due to PTSD. These stats shook us and urged us to do our part. After hours and hours of thinking, Beekeeping for Veterans was born. Beekeeping for Veterans combines beekeeping with mindfulness meditation. Why combine them? Here's why. Beekeeping causes positive rush of adrenaline while beekeeping. You have to be calm during it. You are mindful of your movements. Each week, a veteran will receive a mindful meditation to build emotional and mental skill sets. Mindfulness is a set of 3 attentional skills that work together: concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity, mental calmness, composure, evenness of temper. Every time mindfulness is practiced, we build these skills. Beekeeping for Veterans not only helps veterans overcome emotional trauma, but also aids our environment, as without bees, there is no food. Come forward. The people who have supported your country now need your support.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in her helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk,
Yes, sir.
133
Yes, sir.
with Charles and Daryl. Hey, man.
Yep.
You know, before we went to the break, you know, just for the people that's tuning in, you know, we talking about Valentine's Day. It's not what you think. Don't get mad with me. I just did the research, and this what I'm spitting out. You dig what I'm saying? Like, don't get mad with me. So I don't want to mess up y'all teddy bears and y'all roses and y'all candy, none of that. I don't. y'all Instagram reels on with the, but I'm just saying, we got to be honest about this thing. Are we gonna look at it as a pagan thing, as we normally look at stuff and call it out, or we gonna do what the Pope did, rebrand it? I mean, what we gonna do? We're gonna go with the rebrand, or we're gonna go with the real thing?
You know, they gonna rebrand all day.
Yeah.
They gonna rebrand. Yeah. They gonna rebrand all day, bro. Hey, you ain't gonna cut them short.
Not at all, dog. I swear. You can't do it, dog. And you know what's crazy? Let's be real. I'm guilty of it. Gonna be guilty of it this weekend, this Saturday.
Me too.
Tomorrow, whenever you're gonna be guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. But I'm just saying, I still got to give y'all the facts. Now, the question that I asked before we went to break is Valentine's Day about love? Was it about revenue? Whichever one you pick, expound on it a little bit why you think it's what it is, dog.
Boy, that's a good question, but I'll say as a whole, I would say it's about money.
Yep, for sure.
Even though, like you say, I guess like we going down to history. That's why a lot of people don't like to bring up history, because it could uncover some dark truths. But not saying that I don't know why did they, I guess like I said, you went back in your notes, why did they chose this day for us to show our love, even though we should show it every day. But that's why I would say some people gonna say it's 50-50 for most people. They gonna say it's love, and then some people gonna say it's money, monetarily. So you know what I'm saying? So that, like I said, they just picked this day, for the spend all your money or whatever, to get flowers, candy, cars, or whatever. And if you don't get it, hey, bros, guess what? You're going to be on the couch.
Hope you got a comfortable couch. Hope you ain't got one of them raggedy ones.
Yeah, it's what it is. So, I would say monetarily, you know what I'm saying? Because, you're going to, it's such a high standard now. Like people, they like you said, they want it for the gram, do it for the gram, Facebook, whatever, they want this, this specific ring, gift, or whatever, so
for sure,
it's outrageous now. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, though.
But man, I normally don't go against the grain. But the facts are what the facts are, right? And the facts are that, I just gave it to him. The Pope, I'll make sure I pronounce his name right. Pope Gellius the First, right? He declared February 14th as Saint Valentine's Day. Out of all the foolishness that, you know what? Just in case y'all forgot, let me. Lupercalia, fertility, blood, and ritual, animal sacrifices, priests cutting goat skins into strips, men striking women to promote fertility. This wasn't about covenant love, y'all. It was about fertility, rituals, and sensual energy. Now, with me saying all of that, I normally don't go against the grain, right? If it's what it is, it's what it is,
right?
But in this case right here, bro, I gotta roll with the people. I mean, it's so much. Sometimes something can be so much ingrained in you that you gotta go with it.
Yeah,
you gotta go with your gut. You gotta. Hey, your gut telling you if you don't buy nothing, you're gonna be on that couch.
Yeah,
so you better go. Don't listen to me. Do listen to me. What I'm saying, don't listen to me and not. The man talking to him said it was that guy Pope. I forgot his name. Go listen to it. He the one. It ain't even no real holiday.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I was gonna say too, bro. Don't listen to that man talk 133. We just unhashing the history. That's all.
That's all I'm doing.
Hey, you got to do, bro.
Because I'm sure getting right. I don't mean no harm. I know it got scriptures to back all of it up, but I'm telling you now, getting right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For educational purposes, you can take education where you take it and just say, you know what? I think it's about love. I'm gonna go show love, or you can try to get around it. And when in 496 AD, she like, boy, if you don't sit your tail down talking about some 496, you don't even know what AD mean. What does it mean? Anthony Davis. No.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what it be saying. Yeah, you right.
She's like, boy, if you don't sit your tail down, you know you're on the couch tonight, don't you? Listen to man, the whole man talk got a couch for you.
Right. You know, the first pope, he cleaned it up pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Honestly, he actually he took it, and it wasn't about romance from the beginning, but it was like a cultural replacement. And when old Buddy came in, old Jeffrey over here, now Jeffrey was the one that really kind of romanticized it. And if I had time to do the research on it, I would have saw what he did, right?
Right. Yeah.
To romanticize the date, to kind of make it where everybody on this particular day, we're going to get together and we're going to spend billions of dollars.
Right.
You know, doing X, Y, Z, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro, let them know what Jeffrey that was. We don't want to get them mixed up.
Jeffrey Chancellor in the 1300s.
Yeah.
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 If y'all don't want to know how to spell it, it's spelled with a G. Geoffrey. I'm just saying, like, he romanticized the date.
Mixed up. You know, some people might take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said revenue, and I'm with you. I'm kind of like, some people honestly really in their heart of hearts think it's about love. And they'll go to any distance to show that it's about love. No matter what, if I got to spend 10,000, that's what I'm gonna do. If I got to drop rose petals for 2 miles, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? So some people really do believe it's about love, but they bought into this whole thing hook, line, and sinker, bro. They bought into it because it ain't about love. It definitely is not about love.
Yeah, if you got a real significant other, wife, husband for the ladies or whatever, or girlfriend, fiance, or whatever. If you got a real one, they gonna understand. They gonna know what time. They gonna know what time it is. We gonna get them something.
Yeah.
You know, but like you said, you spending tens of thousands of dollars, dropping rose petals and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the real ones, the real women gonna hit you in the head and be like, bro, we can take this 10 grand and do something else with that.
You ain't lying. Like, bro, you tripping right now.
Yeah. So don't
straight
get
up, you
here,
tripping.
Fellas. Don't get fooled out here, fellas. If you got some of them out here that's willing to allow you to spend that type of money,
they
ain't for you, bro. I'm just gonna tell you like that right now. Cause when the money gone, they're gonna be gone.
For real. So let me ask you this question here. So what do you think about the men that just stand on their 10 and they just, I ain't buying nothing. I don't care who get mad. I ain't buying nothing for nobody. There's some guys like that. I don't care about no Valentine's Day. It's one of them holidays. It's gonna take my money. What do you say to them guys, dog? I guess they set in their ways. I don't really care. I don't guess,
Yeah, man. I don't know how those guys there, man, those type of cats like that, they just, like you said, they set in their ways, man, and they ain't really, you ask me, they ain't really centered within themselves, you ask me. It's just like everything is a drag, and like you saying, they probably feel the same way about all holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got some people that just like that.
Yeah, for sure. Even birthdays, I ain't buying nothing for nobody for birthdays or nothing. That's just how I am. I'm gonna stay like that. But hey, we ain't gonna finish it up. We're gonna jump back into this right back after the break, y'all.
All right.
I wish there was some place that I could go where I got the promise to never be alone. These bars all have last call and my friends, they ain't home. I wish there was some place that I could go with a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. When she walked out of my life, I nearly broke down, drowning my heartache in every bar in this town. Sooner or later, they all closed the doors, and I was left playing guitar at home on the floor with a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. With a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. Yeah, they never have last call and play good old tunes.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl, man. Thank y'all for joining the show this evening. So we talking today, y'all, today about Valentine's Day. It's not what you think. So during the break, I did a little quick research. I should have did it, but I did on my boy Jeffrey. Jeffrey Chancellor. So in the 1300s, right, this is what he did. This is how he manipulated people, right? And it grew into what it grew into now. So Chancellor wrote poetry connecting February 14th with birds choosing mates. That's what he did. So from there, courtly love traditions grew by, it just grew into by the 1800s, handwritten love notes, mass-produced Valentine cards, candy companies, and flower marketing. And now what? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, dog.
Yes, sir. $1 billion.
So that's how I had to do my research real quick. I ain't want to leave y'all hanging about my boy Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You know, Jeffrey, he was the one that, came and, did all that. And that's how he did it. So now let's define real love. Real love is not a Hallmark card with the lipstick on it, how they used to do. Kiss and put lipstick on it and spray it with perfume and all that. That ain't what it was about. This is what real love is, biblical love. Excuse me, y'all. Charity suffereth long and is kind. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 and 5. Y'all can read the rest of the verse. So now, this kind of love doesn't need February 14th. It don't need Instagram. It don't need applause. It's sacrificial. It's daily. Now, that's where some people get hung up at. Some people get hung on, well, I do this every day, so you should be satisfied that I do this every day. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of like, I understand that, but you got to do it just a little bit extra. Well, I go pay the bills and I go to work every day and pay the bills. Now, what if she said the same thing? What if she flipped the script on you? Like, you go to work, well, she get up and go to work and said like you in between jobs and she cut you off in the bedroom. When you still feel obligated to the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? So you can't just say, because you dig what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
You can't do it like that. You gotta, it's a day that it's a day that the women have claimed as theirs. Because men don't really care too much about Valentine's. They just
right.
It's another day. They're looking at the money they got to spend. And some men are really into it. Just like, some people really into Christmas. They had the Christmas Santa Claus hats and all that. Wear the whole month of December.
Yep.
Every time you see them, they got the little hat on. It's the same thing with Valentine's Day, dog. Some people all in with it.
Yeah. And if you think the men ain't into it, watch tomorrow afternoon, see what happens. Brothers getting off work, about to kill each other, trying to get them last minute gifts.
Yeah, and should have been out done it way before now. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute.
Right.
Men, I just got to ask the men, why y'all do that? Why y'all wait till like the last minute? Like they be trying to find, it'd be so funny because they be trying to hit the little folk up on the corner. They got the little things that they done made, and it's last minute. So they know you need, if you here, you need it. So what they do, they give you like some little slippers, a bottle of shampoo, bubble bath, a little pack of candy, and something else, and they charge you like $50 for it.
Yeah. But man, that is a good question, man. Why do we, what should I say, most of us, I'm gonna just say we as a whole.
Just say we.
Why do we wait to the last minute? That's a good question. It's always, for me, if I'm doing some last minute, something like that, when the shopping is involved, it always seems like, oh, I got time, I know what I'm gonna get. Yeah. And then when it's D-Day, and
it ain't there.
Go get it. Everybody's jumbled up together, like you said, something that you supposed to get ain't there. You knew you should have got that the other day when you saw it.
When you saw it, yep. I think, and women, let me say this too, women. When they doing it like that, I don't think it's that they don't care.
Right.
I don't think that they don't care. I just think that, you know, like you just said, you know, you think you got time.
Yeah, we got time. You know, I can pick that up, anytime.
Anytime, I got time.
And that's what it is.
And then, before you know it, the day of, you run around. You can't go home empty-handed. So you got to find something. You got to try to figure out some type of a way to try to put something together. If you can't find one of them folk on the street, you got to find some type of way to put. If it ain't nothing but going to like Family Dollar and buy a whole lot of stuff and throw it in a bag, and then you know put the little stuff in it with a little card. You got to figure something out. You know, sometimes it's kind of. I'm just saying to the women, I don't think that it's last minute because they don't care. I just think that sometimes they just feel like I got enough time, or you know, this gonna be here when I get back. Or it could be one of the things where they kind of like, hey, you know what? I gotta wait till I get paid, and then they go run it. Depends on what their finances like. You never know.
That could be true. Yeah, that could be true too. But like I say, you know, a lot of times, you know, we kind of look at it like we just said, you know, we got time. You know, I can scoot back in here and I already peeped out the scene, so I can scoot back in here. You know, a couple of days later, and I can pick it up. It's gonna be here. You know, that's the mentality we got, because you know we don't be in stores shopping all the time like women do. Yeah, so
for real. And then too, you know, let me say this too. I know. Here's the controversial part about that. If you only act like loving one day a year, if you act like you really love somebody one day, is that really love?
No.
Or the performance? Like you dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Because you got to show it more than just that one day. But you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all what the women gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all the game. They're gonna take it. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take exactly what you give them. They're gonna be like, then what they gonna say, dog? Thank you. So I'm just saying, man, it's the way you gotta do it, man. It's the way you gotta do it. All right. Now, culture says if you're single on Valentine's Day, you're lacking. God says, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31 and verse 3. So basically, your value is not tied to a relationship. Some people get that mixed up, but they ain't got somebody about a certain time, you know, my clock ticking and all that. And, you know, they go into this whole panic about, you know, well, I'm going to be 50 and by myself and I'm going to. Dude, don't base all that on Valentine's Day.
Right.
Because
you got the wrong one.
Yeah, because Valentine's Day, as we just told you, ain't really based on true love anyway. We just choose it. Just one of these ones, we just choose to look the other way. Even though you got the history of here telling you everything, we choose to look this way because it's, you know, it's more peaceful for you. Let me say it that way. You know,
like I said, you know, they end up, like I said, you end up being in a rush like that. Like I say, you end up with the wrong person.
Yeah,
you trying to match somebody else's energy. Because they've been together for years or however long they been, and they looking all lovey-dovey for, you know, for Valentine's Day or whatever. And then you feel like you need somebody and you rush into something. It ain't gonna might not be what you think it is. So if you single on Valentine's Day, don't worry about that. You know, your time.
That's a fact. What you think about it, man? If you need a holiday to express affection, you might have some type of a problem, consistency problem with something. Some is missing, and you need to figure out what it is and fix it real quick. Especially if you are married and you're looking for that as a you know, for to express affection. There's one day a year is something wrong. So I'm just saying, bro, y'all just listen to what we say and just look the other way this particular holiday, man. Just do what please do. And look, we're going to be right back. We're going to finish this up for real this time after the break, y'all.
Stats tell that each day, 22 veterans commit suicide due to PTSD. These stats shook us and urged us to do our part. After hours and hours of thinking, Beekeeping for Veterans was born. Beekeeping for Veterans combines beekeeping with mindfulness meditation. Why combine them? Here's why. Beekeeping causes positive rush of adrenaline while beekeeping. You have to be calm during it. You are mindful of your movements. Each week, a veteran will receive a mindful meditation to build emotional and mental skill sets. Mindfulness is a set of 3 attentional skills that work together: concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity, mental calmness, composure, evenness of temper. Every time mindfulness is practiced, we build these skills. Beekeeping for Veterans not only helps veterans overcome emotional trauma, but also aids our environment, as without bees, there is no food. Come forward. The people who have supported your country now need your support.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts. Or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Tonight we're talking about Valentine's Day. It's not what you think. But let's close with this, bro. Let's close with this. Right, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. Now, this ain't about canceling Valentine's Day. It's about me and him bringing y'all awareness, about what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? It's about bringing them. It ain't about. It's about celebrating like a covenant, a love covenant, a covenant of love. Like, for example, like we talked earlier, do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know what it's about. I'm just telling you, and he's telling you that there's a history behind it that you need to be aware of. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. There's a history behind it, bro.
Hey, man, you got, like I told the bros earlier, man, you got to do what you got to do, fellas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is. I mean, even though there's always some history behind some stuff that ain't popular.
For sure.
Yeah, that ain't popular, but it's the history.
It's what it is.
It's what it is, though. So you can't go in there. You can't go in there tomorrow night or Saturday or whatever and be like, hey, we heard the guys on the show, Man Talk 133, they gave us the history, hey, don't do that, bro. We like what they always say, don't try this at home.
Do not try this at home. Please don't. I'm just giving y'all history. Like, it's like questions that you have, like, by knowing the history of it. Do you feel like Valentine's Day is evil or is it neutral?
Right.
Now, which one do you think? Which side you lean on? Because the first part of it was straight up evil. Is what it is.
So they came in and glossed it over. You know, I guess it kind of make it neutral as best
Yeah.
way they can or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, that first pope, I forgot his name, but
Yeah, Gellius, I think,
yeah,
the first.
He had to do what he had to do to kind of like, you know, cover up the bad stuff. Almost like people always say with Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
They present you the turkey for Thanksgiving, but we all know what happened on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But we still ain't stopped buying turkeys yet, even though we know.
You know what's crazy though, dog? The biggest problem I think we having is we've been commercialized,
Yeah,
and we measure affection by like the price tag, social media posts, display of affections. Now, public displays, like, you know, hey, you know, and that's, but to me, that ain't real love.
right.
Now, if you got time in the game like we got 30 years and 25 in marriage and just been knowing each other 30 years, and you got the amount you got in, yeah, you look past the price tag, because if they want it, you're gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. But for the bros that's just starting out, bro, stop looking at the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use wisdom when you doing that, because I can go and tell you right now, it's gonna be seasonal. That's a little seasonal relationship you in, because once, like you said earlier, once the money dry, they say bye. That's it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I tell people, man, you know, you want, you know, like, of course, everybody gonna get their, you know, their wives sniff it.
Yeah.
Something expensive, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna get them something, you know, on time, from time to time or whatever. But if you got one that demands,
Yeah.
like, let's say like you can't spend no less than $1,000 or $2,000 on me.
Yeah,
every
there's something
holiday,
wrong.
Yeah, it might be. You might, if you already locked in with it and being married with somebody like that, that's always about that money, you might be in trouble, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but
In the long
guys,
run.
like you said, the new guys is coming in. If you got somebody that's like that right there, that's just like money, $1,000 here, $2,000 here, you can't spend no less than this on me. You might want to weigh your options, dog.
For sure. I'm telling you, man, because think about this, man. Love is it ain't seasonal, it's sacrificial,
Right.
it's patient, it's daily. You don't need, for the people that's listening, you don't need February 14th to validate your relationship.
Right.
If you're single, you ain't less valuable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what you're gonna do? Well, you know what you're gonna do. Say like Valentine's Day is Friday, so it's Saturday, Valentine's Day, right? You know what you're gonna do? Sunday the 15th, the same thing you do any other day.
Yep.
Monday the 17th, and the same thing that you normally do. You ain't necessarily about this. And if you don't understand that, I can't help you. It's just what it is, dog. So
yeah, man, it is society, man. Like we spoke on it earlier, man. This society, man, is just so social media, you got them so pumped up, man. It's like, you know, everything they get, you know, it got to be for the gram, or like I said, Facebook or whatever.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like you got to show everybody that you bought her a car, or, you know, or this big ring or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to show that. When they see it, they'll know it when they see it. You ain't got to, you know, broadcast that. So that make other people now this girl, like if you got somebody that's like that, for the young bros, you got your homeboy got a girl that's like that. Now, when she get through hijacking him, now your girl gonna be looking at his girl and be like, yo, what you gonna do?
yeah, you got to top that.
Yeah, you got it's all about competition, dog. So
You got to top that, homie.
yeah, young bros, y'all got to stand clear of that, bro. Or if you don't, you gonna be miserable. I'm just gonna tell you, you know.
Now, you right, 1,000%. I got some questions before we get out of here, though. If we remove marketing, if we remove the pressure, if we remove expectations, do you think the love will still stand? Will it still show up? Would they still choose them if they didn't buy the expensive ring, the expensive bag, the expensive shoes, the expensive car, and the expensive? Do you think they'll still choose them?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think culture has taught us to perform love instead of living it. Like they acting like they in love, but they really ain't really in love. They just, as long as you keep the gifts coming, we good. We good. So now before we get out of here, I want to go back to the top, right? Because I want y'all to really understand let me go back to the other side, because I got two different things going on, dog. Right? Okay. So we're gonna go back to this right here. Where am I at, bro? We're gonna go to this right here. I know you're tired of hearing this word, Doc, but we're gonna say it again. Lupercalia. Yo, fertility, blood, and ritual, animal sacrifices, priests cutting goat skins into strips, men striking women to promote fertility. It was about fertility rituals and sensual energy, y'all. It was nothing about love.
Right.
So I'm saying all this to say before we get out of here, if you love somebody, you love them. It ain't one particular day of the year that's going to determine whether you love them more or less. I think you personally, you know, if you get into say like something blow up, y'all have a little big argument, you know, you're more apt to go through your phases, but you still love them. You know what I'm saying? But if you got that made up love, you done, because it ain't what Valentine's Day was built on. It was never built on that. The Pope and Jeffrey Chancellor is the ones y'all need to blame for it. Don't blame Charles and Daryl.
Right.
Don't.
Like you said, man, it was so bad, man. Like I said, the Pope and the dude Jeffrey, they had to come back and, but definitely the Pope, he had to come back
rebrand
it
it
up.
He had to rebrand it.
Up, you know what I'm
yes.
saying?
So this is a history lesson for tonight, y'all. Hey, y'all can do. I'm telling y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm looking the other way on this one. I don't feel like sleeping on no couch and none of that. So I'm looking other. Plus, we've been doing it for so many years. Where it's just like you kind of just like it's just part of your makeup now. You know what I'm saying? It's part of your nature, your DNA.
Yeah. Hey, bros, we're gonna run this back y'all again. Hey, listen, fellas. You know,
talk to him, Doc.
We just doing history lesson and, you know, a little barbershop talk. But don't get caught slipping.
Do not do it.
Don't get caught slipping. You better go ahead on and get your Valentine's Day gifts tomorrow. If you ain't already got them, you better go ahead and get them tomorrow. And
listen, and women, if he last minute, he ain't like he don't care less. And he got caught up. He lost track of his days, or he thought he had enough time to get it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying to y'all. Hey, thank y'all for joining Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Hey, y'all check us out on all our platforms, man.
Yes,
just
sir.
check it out. Facebook, us talking. mantalk133.com. Help me out, dog.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, there you go. New edition, iHeartRadio, YouTube,
Instagram,
Man Talk,
Spotify.
130. There you go. All of them. Hey, man, y'all shout us out. Y'all check us out, man. Hey, until next time, thanks for joining Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Until next time, we out. God bless y'all. Peace.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out.
Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25 and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.